Hey everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Lola, and on today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this delicious and nutritious dish all the way from Plateau State. Yes, it's called Gwateh Acha or Pateh Acha or Acha Pottage or Fonio Pottage. So Fonio is the, I guess, English name for the grain Acha, and this grain is one of the most underutilized grains in Nigeria. It's in abundance in the north, particularly Plateau State, and they prepare it in many different ways. You can make it, like pottage, like I'm doing today, or like breakfast, like oats, the way you make oats, or like swallow. And it is so nutritious, it's so healthy. If you're on any kind of diet, this is what you need to be eating. Yes, you can also use this interchangeably like you would chia seeds or quinoa, and it's really good. It's a really healthy grain that we don't take advantage of in Nigeria. So I'll show you my ingredients and we'll get cooking. So particularly for this dish, beef brisket is usually used. The bones, what we call biscuit bones, they mostly use that, but you can use any kind of protein. So today I just wanted to do the authentic Plateau style, which is why I'm using that. And then I have some spinach, and I have some spring onion, I have some cabbage, and some garden eggs, and then tomatoes, atarodo, which is your habanero, and then onion, and then I have my seasoning here, some salt, I have some vegetable bouillon, thyme, curry, and bouillon cubes. So yes, like I said, you can use any kind of protein you want. In fact, the next time I make this, I'm going to be using some stock fish, some smoked fish, some smoked prawns. I'm going to pack in more protein. So this is actually my first time making it, but I've eaten it a lot more times, than this. I've had it in many different ways, but this is my first time making it, so we're kind of, learning together. But yeah, you should definitely make this for your family. It's really healthy, it's really packed full with nutrients, and it's delicious as well. So I'm just boiling my beef here. One of my pet peeves is tough meat. Like, I can't stand it. So make sure you boil your meat very soft. And so I'm just boiling my meat here. And traditionally, I know that people use other ingredients like iru, or iru is also known as daddawa in Hausa. Well, if you didn't know, I grew up in the north, so yeah. I also schooled in Jos for my junior secondary school, so I do have my northern, Anyway, so yeah, they use daddawa or iru. They also use sorrel leaves, which is zobo leaves. Not the zobo flower that you use to make zobo drink. No, the leaves of the plant. Yes, that is traditionally used for this. But the main thing with this meal is your acha or fonio and vegetables. So you can go crazy with your vegetables. So what I've done here is I just added a little oil, and then I've added my tomatoes, onions, and pepper, and I'm just sweating it down a little bit in the oil. You don't even have to use oil if you don't want to. If you want to keep it like really healthy, you definitely can leave out the oil, but I just wanted it for a little richness. Oil makes your food rich. So I'm just going to be sweating this down a little bit. I'm not trying to cook it down completely or like fry it or anything like that. I just want to sweat it down a bit before we add the next ingredients. So I'm adding my beef at this point so that everything can just start getting to know each other. They can start saying hello, hi, nice to meet you, what's your name, where are you from? So the next thing I'm adding is my cabbage and my garden eggs. Some people also use the green bitter garden eggs, and if you can't find this, let's say you live abroad or something, and all you can find is the purple garden eggs. What are they called? Aubergine. Yeah, you can use those as well. or not. Even if you can't find this at all, you can leave it out. Like I said, it's just veggies and the acha. So you can substitute your veggies with whatever you want. So yeah, just mix. Let everything get to know each other. And then I'm adding some water. So with Acha pottage, you need to make sure that your water is, like in good quantity, because Acha swells. A little quantity of Acha in water, it will swell up and the whole thing will just become really thick. So you want to make sure you have enough water. So I'm just adding all my seasoning. I added my bouillon cubes, and yeah, just put all your seasoning now. And I want this to cook down a bit. So the cabbage and garden eggs, they take a little bit of time to cook down, maybe like 5 to 7 minutes. So I want those to cook down a little bit before I add my acha or fonio. And then the last thing I'm going to be adding is my green veggies, so my spinach and my spring onions. So where to find acha? In the north, I think most markets, they sell acha the way they sell, rice and gari, and the way you find rice and gari and beans and all those grains in the market is the same way you find acha in the markets in the north. I'm not sure you will find that in Lagos or the western or eastern part of Nigeria. I'm not very sure, but for me, I got mine from Aga's Whole Foods. I'll put the name on the screen. I'm just telling you, it's not sponsored or anything. I'm just telling you where I got mine from. And if you're buying yours from the market, you would definitely have to wash it a little bit more. Make sure there are no stones in them. But because it's already packed and cleaned and all that, for me, I didn't have to do too much washing. So I just added my crayfish. Crayfish, I think, is one essential ingredient. Like, please make sure you put your crayfish. So I'm just tasting for seasoning, salt, and everything, and it's all good. So I added my acha. See, I rinsed it in my what's this thing called? Whatever it's called. I rinsed it there and I just added it. So I used a cup of acha, but that was a half cup because I had some already cooked acha from the day before when I made breakfast. Like I had it like pudding, like oatmeal. So what was left over, I just put it in the fridge, and so I'm going to be adding that, of course, so it doesn't go to waste. It looks like there's nothing in the pots, don't worry. So yeah, that's my acha from the day before. And if you want to see a video, well, maybe I shouldn't ask you guys, I'll definitely put out a video. I'm going to be putting out a video on how to make the acha as breakfast, like breakfast pudding. Yeah, so because it was cold, I'm just using my spoon to break up all the lumps. You don't want the lumps in your acha pottage. No, you don't. So that's why I'm breaking them up with the spoon against the side of the pot. And you'll soon see that the acha starts to thicken up and everything starts to look really luscious and delicious. La Dede, I know you're on some lifestyle change thing, eating healthy thing. This is what you need to be making. You need to add this to one of your meals. Yes, it's really good. So you see how all that acha has started thickening up. See, and I'm still going to add more water. And I can't even tell you categorically the amount of water I've used so far. But like I always say, cooking, your senses have to be alert. You have to be checking, seeing how does it look, what does it taste like, what's the texture like, what does it sound like. Everything has to be working, so you will know, okay, do I need to add some more water? Do I need to add some more salt? Cooking with all your senses. That's what I say. So now I just add my spinach and my spring onion, and that's my final ingredients. Make sure your veggies, all the veggies you use, are very well washed and clean, because the worst thing you want to do is take a bite and feel, stone or sand. Nah, that's the worst thing you can do to any dish. So make sure all your vegetables are well cleaned and washed. Can you see the amount of vegetables that we are packing into this dish? Like just 1 cup of acha and all these veggies. This is nutrition on steroids. Yeah, in this corona season we need to pack in as many nutrients as we can from as many vegetables and fruits as we can. If you're tired of eating fresh fruits, this is the route you need to go. Yeah, so you see I added some more water because it was too thick for me, and when this cools it's going to thicken up even more. So you don't want it to be too thick while it's hot. You want it to be a little loose so that even when it cools it's not going to congeal and be like You can even use carrots in this if you want. I've seen someone who used carrots. I've seen someone who used peanuts, like she added peanuts to hers. And yeah, the world is your oyster, man. Just do what you want. It's your kitchen, it's your food. If at this point you're saying to yourself, I have to give this a try, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're from Plateau State and you think that there's something essential that needs to be in this meal that we didn't put, of course I mentioned the sorrel leaves, but if there's anything else, leave it down below in the comments. So we're a few minutes from serving this delicious and nutritious Pateh Acha or Gwateh Acha. It's a 1-pot meal, so easy. Just pour everything in, and in a few minutes dinner is ready, or lunch, or whatever you want to have it as. So let's serve and enjoy. By the way, guys, I know my lighting is like going in and out. I do apologize. It was already late and I was just making do with the light that I had. So, but you guys understand. You get my whole thing with this dish. Ooh, looks so good. Birom people love this food. This is like, I think this is like one of their traditional dishes. Birom people, if you're from Birom, sorry, you're Plateau State, but yeah, you speak Birom. I hope I'm not messing the whole thing up. Anyways, too much talking, you guys. This is it. This is our Gwateh Acha, Pateh Acha, Fonio Pottage. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below, share with your family and friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.